Hey, good afternoon, adventurers. Frank here from Easy Dream Adventures. We are at the National Winnebago Rally in Forest City, Iowa, and we're doing a little bit of baking here in our coach. So as you can see, we've got some dough here sitting on the table, and that's the beginning of some pierogis. We're making some pierogis for some special friends here. We're going to have some brats, pierogis, some cabbage with that. We don't have sauerkraut, but something pretty similar. So we've got the dough made. Next we have to get those potatoes, cheese, and onions going. Stick around to see what we come up with. All right, next step, we have the potatoes boiling to make mashed potatoes that we'll mix up with some cheese and onions. All right, we have the onions all chopped up there. We're gonna take those out on the Blackstone and get them a little cooked up. And our mashed potatoes, our potatoes are getting pretty close to being able to be mashed. Got the mashed potatoes pretty much done here. We have some onions lightly sautéed. So we're going to get the mashed potatoes in the bowl here. Hot day to make mashed potatoes in the motorhome. It's like 80% humidity and like 80 some degrees out. But we got that done. We have our sauteed onions. We're gonna add those in. They were sauteed in some butter. And I add a little garlic, like I add garlic to everything. So we've got that. And then we need 2 cups of cheese. Supposed to call for cheddar cheese, but we got Colby Jack, so Colby Jack it is. We're going to add that in there. And as you can see, we got the dough sitting over there on the table. That's been sitting there. Here's our 1 cup. Close enough. That's how I cook. Cheese. And we can mix it up. So I'm going to get that mixed up. Then we're going to have to roll out that dough and make our pierogis. Pierogi dough. Never did this in an RV before, so I'm trying to be really careful and not make a mess because I'm usually a horribly messy cook, baker. So we'll see how this goes. I put down this parchment paper to hopefully make it a little cleaner project. But it's getting there. Yep. Alright, so we're cutting out the pierogis now. And how appropriate that at Camp Winnebago I'm using a drink cup from last year's Camp Winnebago. The only thing I had here, I don't have any cookie cutters or pierogi cutters. So,
we tried finding them, didn't we? And we didn't find them.
Yeah, no, those were pierogi edge sealers. I was looking for.
In Texas.
So this will have to work. All right, time to make the pierogis into pierogis. So we put a little. I think I've made way too much mashed potatoes. But that's okay, we'll cook those up with some eggs in the morning and they'll be scrumptious. Yeah, I put too much in that one. Anyway, so we put the potatoes, the cheese, and the onions in the pierogi. Get it nice and mushed together on the ends. I haven't done this probably for 8 years, so if I'm doing the wrong method, pardon me. And there's 2 little pierogis. Let's do another one.
You put butter on them.
Butter on the edges. A little bit of potato in there with cheese and onions. Fold that little piggy over. Smush it down. Quite the chef, ain't I? Quite the culinary vocabulary too. Squishing it, little piggy. And
Make
there
it
we
pretty.
go. Pierogi number 3, all nice and pretty. We're gonna fry them little suckers up on the Blackstone and have them with some brats. There you go, the pierogis are ready to boil. That's the next step, is we need to boil them, and after we boil them, then eventually when we go to use them, we're going to throw them on the Blackstone and fry them up a little bit with some butter and maybe a little bit of onions.